Hello, and welcome to Life at Your Own Will podcast. This is a podcast where we aim to entertain, to educate, to advocate, and at times offer a little bit of comfort. So, tomorrow we have a social gathering with family, and if you've not realised by now, if you're new to the pod, both Jay and I are autistic. Jay's my co-host? No, my co-host. And yeah, we're going to be talking about autistics in social gatherings. So, Jay, how do you deal with social gatherings? Do you enjoy them? Do you not enjoy them? Because I've got extreme views on this.
I don't like going out for drinking purposes
Why not drinking purposes?
because I
Are
don't.
you a snob?
No, I just don't like going drinking, and I just don't like the alcohol taste, and I don't like more to enjoy.
Oh, I'm about to do a bit of ASMR. Opening a tin of juice. Hang on. Ooh, sweet. Sorry.
No, I don't like because if you're just drinking, there's more to life than just drinking and going out drinking for nights out. You can go bowling,
Yeah, I get that, but I mean just social gatherings in general. So like if you're meeting up
and that's fine.
with your family and it's a lot of people,
That's
or
fine. That's fine because if I know them, it's fine. I mean, getting to get on, it's fine. But it's just if it's things like drinking or things like that, it's not appropriate.
yeah, because a lot of people say to me, "Well, what makes you so scared of social gatherings?" I'm not scared of social gatherings. I just don't enjoy them.
That's because you're more solace in yourself that you.
Solitary, yeah.
Yeah, you want to be alone a lot of time to your own devices.
Because I think it's that thing where you're autistic and you don't understand the social cues, and you're like, "Oh, do I agree with this person? Do I disagree? Do I enter into this type of conversation with someone? How they're going to receive it? How do I deal with it if they don't receive it well?" And then I end up feeling embarrassed, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, rather than just then put myself through that horror, that horror. I'm just like, I'm fine. I've accepted it that I just don't enjoy the social stuff, unless it's with people that I really like and that I know I can have open and frank and interesting conversations with, because I'm not the kind of person, as you know, that enjoys. Well, what did you have for dinner last night? Did you see what so and so's got up to? I don't enjoy that stuff. Do you? Do you like the meaningless conversation, the chit chat? Do you like that? Be honest.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So, in what setting?
Just if it's like making conversation or it's like certain or the person's saying to me, "Oh, I went to such and such place for dinner," or something, because we are going out again on Saturday for the person.
Yeah. So 2 outings in 1 week. I'm gonna be frigged.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be out of spoons completely.
yeah, we're going where we get foams and gels and reductions and things, and jus.
Yes. Yeah. Jou. Yeah. We're going for 2 celebrations for Jay's mum's birthday. Yeah, it'd be good to see her. It'd be good to celebrate her birthday. Is it a big birthday? Yeah.
She is. Yeah, it's a milestone.
Which one?
She's diamond.
She's diamond.
Her diamond birthday.
No, it isn't diamond. Just if it's anniversaries or weddings or something.
Yeah, but
So she's
yeah,
60.
yeah.
Yeah, 60. Wow.
I know. 60.
She doesn't look or sound or act 60.
No, she doesn't.
No, she's quite. How do I put this? She's quite youthful.
Yes, flamboyant.
Yeah. So by the time this goes out, because we're recording this on Thursday evening, this will go out on Friday evening. Will we still be out on Friday evening, or will we back? Will we be back home?
Yeah, because only is it 2 unless Mum has
2 o'clock.
Unless Mum goes to a nightclub afterwards and starts partying for hours in the morning.
Yeah. So where are we going tomorrow?
We're going for afternoon tea
Afternoon tea. Whereabouts?
at Tiger Lily in Edinburgh.
And for those that don't know, I don't know what Tiger
Well,
Lily
it's
is. I've never been.
I
What
think
is it?
I think
Have you been before?
No, it's a restaurant and hotel, Japanese style, with like the on the wall it's all like cherry blossom like inside.
Oh,
I think
lovely.
it's Japanese style. Then we're going to one of the rooms.
So is it like decorated with like sakura trees and things?
Sort of. It's like Japanese inspired.
You love sakura, don't you?
Yeah. And on Saturday we're going to Brasier Prince. I hope I've not said the French word for lingerie, but anyway.
Lingerie.
Yeah, lingerie. Brasier
I
Prince.
don't know how you. I don't know how you pronounce lingerie, but just to be obstinate, I like to say lingerie.
Yeah, lingerie. We're going to Brasier Prince, so we're getting our foams and gels and stuff like that.
What do you mean foams and gels?
Well, that's what they do: foams and gels, and reductions and quenelles and ganaches and all that.
See, when you say foams and gels and reductions, I'm thinking about a beauty place, as in gel nails and weight
I
reduction
don't mean like I mean
and like foam facials or
yeah, I mean
something.
like pea purees and orange gels
Oh,
and foams.
so what on earth are you gonna eat? Because Jay's got a really limited diet, haven't you?
I'm gonna have the Mum's having the confit of duck, and I'm having the fillet of beef.
What's a what of duck?
A confit of duck.
So you're speaking to a communist mock
Sorry,
person here.
confit of duck.
Confit.
A confit of duck.
Duck feet.
Yeah, confit.
Duck
C-
feet.
CON.
You're saying duck feet.
No, confit. CONFEIT of duck.
Is that not confit?
Yeah, I'm saying confit of duck.
No, you said confit.
Okay.
Listener, get in touch. Did he say confit or confit?
Yeah, shoving that.
At Life Your Own Will on Insta.
What are you having?
I've no idea. I've not seen the menu.
They do puddings, brulees, and all that.
Oh, like creme brulee.
Yeah, creme brulee. Aye.
What's the place? I'm going to get the menu up now. Then we can talk through it.
Brasier Prince.
Brasier Prince.
And the brand model.
Why is it called that?
Because Brasier is like
Is it a prince who wears bras?
Oh no, Brasier is a word for like bistro, sort of like in a
Oh,
restaurant.
I'm very sorry. You're speaking to a person that grew up on chip shops and Chinese takeaways. We're not quite au fait with that, darling.
I'm not either. It's my first time in a.
Yes, but you've eaten posh restaurants. Come on.
No, I don't know the poshest restaurant I've been.
Yes, you do.
Where?
Well, you've been to posh places. Because you're like, yeah, I've been there. I'm like, oh, why does that not surprise me?
Oh,
Only
poshest-
child, spoilt.
The poshest place is probably St Thomas of Aquinas Castle in Ischia.
No, is it? I've got the Google searches came up with results. Is it Roccoforte Hotels?
Yeah, that's it.
We're not sponsored, by the way. We're just talking about a menu. Not that anyone wants to sponsor us, because we're nobodies that are yet to become a somebody.
We're not nobodies. We're someone's somebody.
Right. Breakfast, drinks, a la carte,
Yeah.
sample a la carte. Oh, it's not a sample menu, is it?
No. It's a sample what they might have in the restaurant. No, it's not one of those.
Right. It's got
tasting
snacks
menus.
and starters. It's got. I don't even know how to pronounce that because there's an accent under a C. Niçoise olives. How do you say it?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
right?
I think so.
Scottish oysters? No, they just taste like phlegm apparently. I don't need to taste oysters to taste phlegm. I just go outdoors for a bit. A traditional French baguette with Edinburgh butter.
That's apparently very nice.
Edinburgh butter. Is
Yeah.
it made here?
Yeah.
I suppose anyone can make butter because all you need is cream and you just kind of churn it.
Yeah.
Balmoral smoked salmon, homemade butter, soda bread. Can I have 15 quid for a starter?
And
Yeah, you must have came into. Oh no,
what?
chicken liver parfait. Oh god, chicken livers, toasted brioche, truffle and tarragon butter.
What's from a brioche?
I'm gonna be one of these people. It's like when you go. It's gonna be like Stan and Hilda Ogden when they go for a proper meal and he asks for fish and chips and a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Any beer?
I think you won't have the beer.
No, because I don't drink. Recovering now, okay. Right, so it's got Sunday roast main courses.
Yeah.
Right, so I've got the roast duck tit. Yeah, roast breast. Braised cabbage. Roast. What are you going to have? Because there's not a lot on this menu that says J.
I'm gonna have the beef.
Are you?
Aye.
Okay.
What's wrong with the beef like?
I'm sure it's perfectly fine, but you're going to have a huge dent in your wallet.
Aye.
38 quid.
That's alright.
Oh well, I suppose she's only 61s.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all downhill from here.
I know. I'm gonna have the fillet.
What's going to be even more expensive is when you have to pay for the home help fees or the home fees.
What are you having then?
No, honestly, we hope that your mum never
Of
never
course,
happens to
of
your
course.
mum.
What are you having?
She'll dribble into her hot chocolate in her own home.
She will. I know. What are you gonna have on Saturday?
Is this the menu for Saturday?
Well, it'll be yes. What they'll have. So what do you
I've
fancy?
no idea. But, probably. I honestly don't know. So anyway, kind of went off on a bit of a tangent there, but that's what autistic people do. A lot of them, not all of them. What can you say to Sorry, a timer just went off on my phone. Blood test tomorrow. Nothing to be concerned about. Well, I hope not. What would you say to people who are autistic or have any other neurodiversities who struggle with social situations? My advice is, if it's alright with yourself and you're willing to accept it and you don't like social situations, that's fine.
Just do the ones that you need to do, and any extra ones, just don't do it. So optional ones, don't bother.
Then how do you deal with the guilt if you feel guilty?
You
Because
just,
I honestly don't feel
you, just,
guilty.
you just tell the people that I'm sorry you can't do it because you've not got any functions today and you're just full of meltdown and all that. You just need to take
Yeah,
time for yourself.
I mean, a lot of the time I take up a lot of spoons. If you don't know what spoons are, let us know and we'll explain it in another episode. But yeah, it takes up a lot of spoons just for me to get through the week. And the thought of going out for 2 days consecutively,
You
yeah, it's
don't.
going to take a lot, especially when there's people that will be there that don't always make me feel the most comfortable.
Well, there's going to be.
No, I'm not naming names, and please don't name names.
There's going to be 21 people there, or 20 people there, including us. So
Yeah, I know that, but they're not. They're not always. They're not always in our circle, if you know what I mean. We don't keep regular contact with those people.
yeah, of course. There's some because Mum's work pals are going to be there.
I mean, have you never got nervous with social things?
Some yeah.
Because sometimes when I've been with you and we've had to be in, like say naming no names when we were at was it a wedding party or an engagement party?
A wedding party.
So when we were there, how did you deal with that? Because I can't really remember much from that day,
Um,
other than I got through it.
because I know most people over there. So
Because it's not that we're antisocial or that we're, just
anarchists.
anarchists, whatever. But just, well, us personally, well, me more so, I don't enjoy the social thing. I'd rather speak with people online. That way I can limit the control of the conversations that I'm subject to, rather than being plunged in with a load of people that you can't say, right, I've had enough, I'm going to go now.
I just look into that we're not seeing them for a while and we're going to chat to them and that sort of thing, and we're just going to make conversations here. They're all doing it.
But what happens like when you get to the awkward silences? And because I've got this thing, I struggle keeping a conversation flowing
Just let them
with
talk.
people I'm not overly familiar with.
Just let them talk.
But then how do you get, like, what happens when you get to the bit when they're finished talking and then you think, oh, fuck, I meant to talk now?
You just tell them sorry, I don't know what to say, and tell them how you struggle with things.
Well, is that appropriate?
Yeah, because just tell them once that I'm sorry, I do struggle with conversations sometimes.
See, I've never seen you do this.
But I just think about now, like you should do that sometime if you feel that way, because obviously then lets the person know that you're not being awkward, you're not weird, you have problems you need to
But
solve.
what about when you come, because I've often come to this block and I'm like, I don't know what to say. And then it makes it look like I'm uninterested.
Well,
When usually I'm very interested if someone's got something good to say.
yeah.
But
Just think who the person is, and then try and talk about stuff that they're interested in, like say like I don't know, like.
but what happens if I don't know what kind of job they do, or
Then you ask someone who you know.
and also no one like whenever we're in a social situation, no one ever asks me how's work going.
Mum does.
Yeah, but
None
I'm
of
talking
us.
about other people out with our social
I, a lot of
situation.
people don't. I don't think they know really exactly how.
But I say it all the time. Hi, I'm a lace wig maker.
Yeah, I don't think they realise like how much they don't see it properly.
Do you think? Be honest. Do you think that some people might think, oh Christ, they're autistic? They're saying that they're a wig maker. Bit of fantasy, is that?
No, of course not, because Nonna always praises you.
No, because she knows what I do. She's seen what I do.
Yeah,
I mean, like people with we don't know personally.
maybe sometimes, but it's just some people are just like unminded, like small-minded like that.
Why? Because I'm really proud of what I do,
Yeah, but
and it's a bit different to the norm.
It's a green-eyed bug. It's jealousy. That's why.
Well, then that's their problem.
I know, and they don't, and they want. It's like they don't want you to be happy and successful because they are jealous of what you've got and they want it for themselves.
Well, then why can't they go and carve out a new career?
Because they don't feel like they can, because they're.
Well,
Because
I
they're
mean,
lazy.
these people, I mean, not all of them, but some of them say, yes, we have a nice fancy house, and we've got a spiral staircase, and yeah, look at my lovely £40,000 kitchen, and my son does. I'm trying to think very carefully here because there is people that have very niche jobs, so it's not like I can say, um, yeah, that like certain people that we encounter, they brag about what their children do and that they have lots of money and property and opportunities and privileges.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So how can you say that they don't enjoy their life? Because
Maybe
they don't know how much I earn.
no, I think maybe it's just different. They're different generational thing as well. A lot of people we know
I
are
mean,
older.
going, yeah, let's just talk about bragging and money and things. I'm not going to talk about money because I hate money. Although it does make life a lot easier. It doesn't make you happier, but why is it? Because I find it laughable, right? When you see people bragging, yeah, I earn whatever it is, 40,000 a year. I've got a nice car. I've got a lovely home. I go on holiday, and I'm like, oh, great. That's lovely for you. Are you expecting me to go into great raptures? Oh, you've got such a lovely life.
Of course, they want you to because they want
But that kind of thing just does not
they
impress
want you
me.
to feel small.
You know,
And
like when
little.
people have, like the sports cars, the jewelry, the fancy makeup. Well, I have fancy makeup, but I'm not rich. Or they look very opulent. That doesn't impress me. Does it impress you?
No, I think if they were rags to riches, obviously still that's fine. But
Yeah, but with rags to riches, you find that they don't brag.
yeah, but if it was that, yeah, but if it's a certain like I was watching Stacey Dooley was last year
Oh,
before.
I love Stacey Dooley.
Yeah,
She's amazing.
Stacey Dooley's. I'm gonna say Stacey Dooley oversleeps. I mean, Stacey Dooley sleeps over, not oversleeps.
Yeah, but she might oversleep and sleep over.
Yeah, yeah. She's in this house, and it's like this fancy house, right?
Yeah, so she does documentaries.
Yeah.
For, is it BBC?
BBC Watch, that sort of different things, right? And she was in this house, she sleeps over, and this granny said, right, some people are poor, some people are rich, get over it. And it's like she was making out that because she was rich doesn't matter. And no, it does matter because if you're really rich, the most like that, then you're not in touch with.
I mean, if you're super uber
yeah,
filthy
like not
rich,
everyone, but some are not in touch with the common people who can't afford stuff. So like some people,
common people,
oh,
like you and I, dear.
Yeah, lovely. Correct. Paul Young says, "I." But
Yeah.
This is it. They need to be in touch with the people who can't afford to go to M&S and Waitrose and and other stuff like and go for Masons all the time and Harrods.
Yeah.
Because some people can only go to certain places and can't afford stuff all the time, and most people don't understand that. Like, or like it's like this episode of Cheers. Kelly didn't understand it. Woody didn't have any money.
Yeah.
She thought he meant.
We know people like that.
Yeah, she didn't. She thought he meant he didn't have to go to a cash machine to get the money, but he didn't actually physically have any money because she was rich. So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, my definition of poor is when you don't have these few things. So being poor means you don't have money, food, shelter. That's what my definition of poor means. And I didn't have a couple of those things. There was a point in my life where I couldn't afford to eat or keep warm. I mean, I did have a roof over my head, thank fuck, but I didn't have money or food, and that's what I see as poor.
Yep.
Because years ago, I could only afford to like live off porridge for a week, and that's all I could afford, because that's all that I could think of that I could make that was nutritious and filling and fill that hunger pain.
Of course.
I mean, I'm a bit more comfortable now. I can buy things, but I will never forget that, no matter how successful I become, because I will be successful. I will never forget that. And anytime I do have money, you know what it's like, I always just give it away because that makes me happy.
Yeah, I just think...
Because as long as I've got food, a roof over my head, warmth, and things to keep me entertained, that's all I need in life.
I think that there needs to be more awareness of things like that, because obviously there should...
But I mean, there is... Look at what's happening now. People literally cannot afford to eat.
Nope.
I mean, there's more food banks now than there is... what was it, train stations or something?
Oh, I didn't know that, but...
Yeah, there's thousands of them in the UK.
That's awful. There needs to be something done about it.
But yeah, you've got this government that we've got right now who are allegedly committing fraud left, right, and centre, billions of pounds unaccounted for. It's
Buying,
not being talked about, but yet there's still people who can't afford to eat or keep warm
yeah,
or have hot water
and
to wash.
buying camper vans.
I don't really want to talk about specific ones because I get so fucking angry. It's why is that not being talked about, and why is more not being done about it? I mean, yeah, it's all right. Say, I mean, I used to go to food banks when they were in their infancy. Can you imagine? And I know how it felt, but then I learned that there's no shame.
No, there's not.
There is no shame when you have to use a food bank. You do what you have to
Like,
do.
they even did that in Doc 2, remember?
Yeah, but how is that normal these days?
Because things are so expensive. The companies who are the gas and liquor people and the petrol are making, knowing they're making so much profit now, they don't care. And not putting the prices down when they can because they want the profit.
Yeah, I get that, but why is our government not doing more about it?
Because
Yeah, of course you'll get the Tories or was it right wing people, whatever the fuck you call them, saying, yeah, the government are giving out money when they shouldn't be doing it. People shouldn't live beyond their means. Beyond their means? Excuse me?
they're having their cheese and wine.
Oh,
And it's like, no. It's just like Doctor Who had it in the Flux. It was
yeah.
Daniel Lewis. Dan Lewis, played by John Bishop. He worked in a food bank, but he also was no money, and he he didn't accept.
Yeah.
He didn't want
I
it.
mean, that's why anytime I'm in a supermarket, I always try and buy a few, maybe 5 extra items to put in the collection thing.
Yeah.
Because I used to be that person that had to rely on a food bank. And back then, you didn't get anything like fresh fruit and veg. It was all tins or packets of pasta or cereal. That was it.
And I think that's still nice, but you need to have some variety.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were so grateful because, I mean, I could make something out of nothing. No, I'm not Letitia Dean.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, but yeah, I was so good at making things like meals out of stuff we had in the cupboard. And yeah, we were so grateful for those tins and packets of pasta and things.
We're gonna make something out of nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, what kind of world are we living in?
I tell you, like, I know stories from my granddad were growing up. They were that poor.
Oh, I love your granddad stories.
Yeah, they were 8 of them, right? And it always zuppa. So zuppa's obviously not broth, but it's soup. And they had
Soup,
this,
yeah.
that's all they had every day: soup and bread with them and fillings that you got fed up with it. And it was all first come, first serve. One day, one of his sisters, they dropped the pasta scraps. They had to pick them up from the floor because that's all they had.
God.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, and that's what it's like. They had no much that money that way, and it's like, even though it's bad here, it is.
Yeah, I mean,
of course it's.
Of course, it's a lot worse in other places, but
it's not.
I mean, this is our normality. This is what we have to live with.
I just, what I feel, what I think, like, you go past people's houses, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know what's behind the doors because you can't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't know what's going on. It's like, it could be some people's like I was also with that.
I mean, even people who work full time still can't afford these things.
No.
What the hell?
2 jobs full time they can't afford because it depends where you live. I mean,
Yeah,
we're lucky.
I mean, with everything, it's a fucking postcode lottery.
Exactly, we're lucky, like, but it is difficult, and I mean,
Are we?
well, where we live, we're lucky, but
You know, with the amount of time that we need to wait for hospital appointments.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I get it. It's worse elsewhere. But then again, it's that thing that people say, well, I'm worse. You should be grateful.
It happens.
I understand that, yeah. But
Well,
I'm still the one having to live with it.
I was actually had a work placement years ago, probably. Actually, it would be maybe 8-9 years ago, maybe something like that. 7
Mhm.
years ago. And I was at the one. It was the Resolve Centre down. You won't know, it's Andrew Square in Edinburgh. But this guy phoned up. The guy, he works in the door, right?
Yeah.
And you'll give me an appointment now when I come in. And there's no appointments. And he said, no, you will give me one because I want one, and you'll give me one. And like, he thought he was entitled to the fact he needed one right now to solve his problem. And he has to understand, yes, you have a problem and it's probably really serious.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we can't magic up an appointment for you because obviously it wasn't my problem anyway. But
Yeah, there's other people waiting.
yeah, and who have made an appointment who are waiting. So I don't understand the frustration, but it's like, there's no need for that.
Yeah. I mean, with everything that's happened in the last few years, I mean, for one thing, we're politically homeless, so we don't support any of them. It seems that whenever one of them does one good thing, it's cancelled out with another bad revelation.
Exactly, I know, it's just crazy. It's like, honestly, you don't, like, you could get some good gems like Tracy Brabin, the actress.
Yeah, yeah.
And her friend.
Former actress.
and one's mum's old house, the older house is like. But there's so many corrupt ones, and
Yeah.
like I'd rather have Penelope Keith as Jean Price as our MP. No, I would.
Yeah.
No, I would.
Yeah. I mean, she seemed like a good MP, but it also makes you frightened of these are the people that are ruling our lives essentially.
Government essentially means govern.
Yeah. And when they're not doing that, I mean, they're ripping us off right, left, and centre with income tax, council tax, inheritance tax, uh,
Bedroom
whatever,
tax.
bedroom tax, any other tax. Yeah, I get that these taxes go into public services, but you can never get a break.
No, and in fact, remember last year when they had the refuse collectors went on strike.
Yeah, during the festival.
Yeah, in August, and it was actually a shambles. Everywhere looked disgusting.
Yeah, so there was no bin collections at all in the whole city for 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
6 weeks, I think it was.
Was it 6
yeah,
weeks?
6 weeks.
Yeah, we had to have our things in black bags so they could take the surplus. That's the thing in Edinburgh. Our like we've got this recycling bin and another landfill bin, and they're emptied every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and in Italy when we were there years ago, it used to be every day they got collected because of the smell of the heat.
Yeah.
But no, that's
It used to be every week in Edinburgh for the landfill bin, but then they put that to once a fortnight, and they downsized the size of the bin. Isn't that incredible? Yeah, they're trying to save on plastic, but they thought, yeah, let's invent this slightly smaller bin, and we'll make millions of these made with plastic.
Exactly. Well, I think
where's the logic in that?
There's no logic at all, to be honest. But that's the council for you.
Clownsel, yeah, I love that, Clownsel.
Because we just unfortunately got new.
I mean, there's some great people that work in the council, of course it is, but we don't see the benefit of it.
We've just got the new tram extension going down to Leith or New Haven. It is a part of Leith.
Also, can I just say to anyone listening, we are not against any benefits at all. Quite the contrary. If you are entitled to any benefits, if you can screw any money out of the government that you're entitled to, fucking do it.
Exactly.
Get what you're entitled to.
Yeah.
And just do it.
Even
because they'll do it to you, no problem.
Yeah. Go and do it to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially if you're entitled to it.
Yeah.
Free money.
Like they
like they get.
Exactly. It's like the new tram extension was like over £24 million or something it cost or more.
Oh.
Over budget. It's like we don't need it. Like it's good. Sometimes it's good to have, but we don't need it because it's taking away businesses because they're not able to get the. Because they lost a lot of custom because people weren't going.
Yeah, because of all the building work that was put into reintroducing the trams, local and independent businesses, they lost lots of money, and some had to close down because they couldn't recover from it.
And then the people at Leith had to fight for saving Leith Walk, and it's like not nice to see when it.
Yeah, Leith, it's such a historic place, and it's got a really special place in my heart as well. Because my mum and my grandmother, they love that place.
Yeah, it's just awful when you see things like that going. Like,
I mean, I know change has to happen, but that radically.
No, not to that extent.
No.
It's not nice.
Ooh. So what can we talk about that's a bit more lighter?
Well, I've been listening to...
just to balance it out a bit.
I've been listening to something... Now, you probably heard me laughing.
Yeah, I have.
And you probably think, what the hell is he laughing about?
Yeah, what have you been laughing about?
I've been listening to.
Oh, you're all. Oh, okay.
To a BBC radio sitcom in the 90s called For Better or For Worse.
Who's in it?
Sue Pollard as Iris Bickerdike and Gordon Bickerdike.
And that's such a comedy name, Bickerdike.
Yeah, and Gordon Kay as Bernard Pringle.
Bernard Pringle. I'm sure was he called Bernard when he was in Corrie?
I think he was actually.
Yeah, I'm trying because he acted opposite Pat Phoenix. I love her.
Yeah.
Was it Bernard and Corrie? Right, you chat about what you've been listening to. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, so basically, it's all about them two as a couple, and Bernard is a funeral he's a funeral assistant, and he drives the hearse and all that. Iris works in a dress shop, and they're a bit like it's all the comedy japes and stuff like that. And one of them was there yesterday.
I can confirm it was called Bernard.
Oh, good.
In Corrie. Bernard. Where is it? Bernard Butler.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yep. This one is just really funny because they did say they go on different misadventures and stuff like that, and they're just so funny together.
Who wrote it?
Well, they're produced by Mike Craig Productions.
I'm acting as producer as well today. So what was it called again?
For better or for worse.
Okay.
It's just you get a laugh. Like one of the scenes, Iris was reading out a holiday nooker. It was a house listing, like you get for the, and she was reading out the shorthand out rather than reading it like
All right.
like. And it's like I couldn't control myself because
No, I've got an American one here. It's quite recent.
I'll just put you better or for worse. Yeah, just put BBC. It was just so hilarious. And I've got two others. I've got one called Home to Roost, not the ITV sitcom, but one with Molly Sugden and Derek Guler, who was Corky in Sykes, who was also in Policer. And I've got Smelling of Roses with
Vince Powell?
yeah, Vince
Yeah.
Powell. And I've got one called Smell of Roses, which stars Prunella Scales and Annette Badland. So I've got that, and and that one she is not listened to it yet. She's like a events organizer.
Okay.
So what I was listening,
She can play anything, her.
she can, and you know what the preview was though. You know what she was meant to be, what the event was going to be.
What?
Leather fetish
Oh,
party.
okay.
So literally what it means by leather fetish. It's like
All right.
and all that sort of
What's
stuff.
what are these hand movements?
Well, like collars and whips and stuff and harnesses.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But honestly,
Not our cup of tea, but if you like that,
but definitely give them a go. You know what?
give what? Give give leather a go. No thanks. It's not very breathable.
No. Give the audios things a try, because like I listen to more audio than I do TV now. Like the Doctor Who Big Finish production stuff and all that now. It's much better because you get to visit in your head what the characters and the situations
Yeah.
are like, and it means you're not, for me.
How can you do that? I thought autistic people didn't have an
Well, I
imagination.
can, but it helps me because I've got one less. Like I got the less stimulation from the not having the
visual,
yeah, and it helps the industry to relax as well. Because I've been laughing in the bath and the buses and all that, and people probably thinking, "What the hell is he going on about?"
So what? You only live once.
Exactly.
I was lip syncing. I said this in another podcast episode the other week when I was going to the hospital on the bus. I was lip syncing Lady Gaga and Nicole Scherzinger's albums. There was people looking at me, but I just didn't care.
You know what I do with
And I'm
Barney?
never going to see them again. And as Bianca Del Rio says, they're going to die.
Exactly.
So why care?
I know. You know what I do with Barney? Sometimes when I have music on at night, taking
Or
him.
dog.
I don't realise I start dancing along outside, not realising in the dark. It's like,
Oh, so what?
dancing in the dark. No, and it's fun.
Yeah, you're only here for a very finite amount of time. Enjoy yourself.
No, I'm here for 200 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't think I could cope that long.
Well, you're gonna have to.
No, I don't.
Okay, if you say so.
So it's DIVORCE.
Okay, tell me when it.
No, I'm kidding. Or am I?
I'll never know.
No. Yeah, I don't think I've listened to any audio dramas or comedies. I like podcasts.
You do.
Yeah, I do. Do you listen to any podcasts, or are you just the star of one?
No, I do. I do listen to podcasts.
Which ones?
The Sirens of Audio.
What's that?
It's an audio Big Finish Doctor Who podcast from I think it's Australia or New Zealand. Like, so they're from there, and they have guests on and stuff like that.
Do you listen to any other chat shows like we do?
No, just that one. But I listen to that. I watch it because they have guests on live, on video chat. So I want to watch like Sophie Aldred or Nicholas Briggs, that sort of stuff, and it's nice.
Oh, is it him that does Nicholas Briggs? Is that the guy that does the Daleks voice?
Yeah, and the Cybermen and all that. Yeah, he does that, and he also produces, and he's also now he actually owns Big Finish or something now. So he's part. So he's
Oh, okay.
He writes and directs and stuff like that now. So the Doctor Who stuff. And you know what's good, like type of audio's there because the most of the most people write it are actually fans of the show, so know how to write it.
Are they really?
Yeah, and a lot of the actors that come on, like you get behind the scenes now. It's recently, right?
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
You know what's so nice to see though, because like they say like, oh, I can't believe it. After all these years, I get to be in a Doctor Who, and they don't actually say, oh, I get to be an audio Doctor Who. They actually just say Doctor Who, and it's like they class that as just as good as being on the TV show.
It is.
And also, you remember Robert Dawes, the actor who was in the Royal?
Robert Dawes.
Dr. Ormerod.
Oh yeah.
He, you know what he said? He was in the one with the War Master with like Derek Jacobi. You know, he's saying to get his country voice. You know what he says?
No.
John Pertwee was Wilgamage. He says that. He says that twice, and that's how he gets into his voice.
Okay.
John Pertwee was Wilgamage.
Lovely. Yeah, like I say, I don't listen to any audio drama things. I should write one.
We should together actually, because
What could we write together about?
we could like an autistic.
Well, you could write it, and I could be the actor because I'm quite good at doing accents.
Yeah, we can do an autistic gay couple.
That's just real life.
Yeah, but we can just do it in our own but we do it based on us, but with different stories. So it's all
That's
like
a good idea.
it's all like Heartstopper, but with like the autistic element in it.
What's Heartstopper?
You know, the graphic novel.
No, he's pinned back in his chair like, what?
The graphic novel and TV series on Netflix by Alice Osman. It's about two people who like Charlie Spring, who's gay, and Nick Nelson, who is bisexual, and they get put together in the class, and then they become friends, and they come together, and
they come together, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
and Olivia Colman
must be a relief for them.
Olivia Colman is Nick's mum and all that, and she has a scene where he comes out to her, spoiler alert and all that sort of stuff. So
okay.
yeah, no, you need to.
Does she take it well?
Oh baby, you don't have to like women if you don't like. You don't have to say you like women if you don't. No, I do like women, mum. And like, it's a really nice scene. You need to watch it.
So he was coming out as bisexual.
Yeah,
right.
But she didn't think he was because he thought he was just trying to be nice to her.
Okay.
Yeah, but you need to watch it with me. Season 2 is coming in August. They're going to Paris.
What for?
Just for a school holiday, something.
Okay.
It's the two women. Yasmin Finney, who's playing Rose, the new Rose in Doctor Who.
No.
Oh, Yasmin.
Don't give me any Doctor Who spoilers.
No, Yasmin Finney. She's in that, so she's yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's quite important. Yeah, so it's good.
I'm still heartbroken that Jodie's not in it anymore.
Well, she'll be doing audio soon, hopefully.
I've got my favourite Doctor Who line-up pillow behind your head.
Oh yeah, yes, I love No, she'll do audio soon, hopefully. She wants to do them, I think so.
Yeah. Any idea why she left?
I think because she was pregnant. I think because the writing wasn't as good, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Like, I love classic Who better than I do new Who. Sorry, but I think
Is that a controversy?
I don't know, but I just love the 70s Doctor Who.
See, I'm a slight Whovian, but you're more
Hardcore.
Hardcore, yeah, that's the word.
I love the 70s Doctor Who, so like John Pertwee and when Tom and all that. I loved all that, and I do like new Who, like obviously David and Matt and stuff like that. Right? But it's like
I love the special effects and things.
It is good, but you know what's on the 70s Doctor Who, right? Because there's one scene with it was Leela and the Doctor, and they're going like they're falling down the thing, and it's like she's like that. And it's like the green
Yeah,
screen.
it looks really fake.
And that's what I love, because I was listening to the rest night, right? And the Gallifrey's an audio spin-off of Doctor
Who. We're more impressed by the way something's written rather than the special effects and things, eh?
Yeah, because I was listening to Gallifrey last. It's a audio spin-off of Doctor Who, and it's nice. And it's just when Leela and Romana, spoiler arts, are becoming friends, and it's just so nice to see, because I love Leela and Romana from the Fourth Doctor Companion, and they are becoming friends, and it's just so nice to see that from the 70s, and they bring all that to the early noughties and stuff like that. So it's really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. What is your favourite Doctor Who scene from the Jodie era?
Scene?
Yeah, and favourite monster.
From the Jodie era, probably Tim Shaw with the teeth.
Oh yeah, Tim Shaw.
Favourite scene? Well, there's probably too many to choose. Could you maybe a favourite episode?
Yeah, favourite episode.
Arachnid.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was the one with the hotel.
Yeah. And it confirmed that I've got over my fear of spiders.
Yeah. Mine would
Is it Shobna Gulati?
Yeah,
in that
she
one?
was
Yeah.
playing Yasmin's mum. Mine is The Power of the Doctor. They have the two, there's 3 scenes with the classic Doctors.
Well, that was too complicated for me to keep up with.
It's basically, they were vested.
I mean, it was great, but it took me a good few days to decipher it.
So, the Doctor, Jodie's Doctor was over nearly the edge where she was going to regenerate, so they were vestiges of herself. Telling her not to go over the edge.
And when that, what's his name, Sylvester McCoy came on, that is the most animated, the most excited, the most exuberant I've ever seen you at all.
How? What did it do like?
Well, I need to do it in a video because that is the most excited I've ever seen you.
I know I shout.
And we got married.
Sorry. I shout.
I give you surprises and it's absolutely nothing compared to that.
Well, I expected when I said Colin, didn't I?
You honestly, you were jumping about that much. You nearly went through the roof.
Well, when I found out that Sophie Aldred was coming back, and I said, "Ace, you didn't know who I was talking about."
No.
Ace, I was like, "What?" And then when I saw David Bradley as the first, they're all bringing him back. Oh, they can't do it. Then I saw Colin, and I was like, and then I thought, "Oh my God, Peter!" And then I saw, and then Paul McGann, like that made me go because like that's the first time he's ever been in a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, because he always does the audio.
Audio and the piece 6 minutes thing he did in the movie. Then when I saw Sylvester's like, then that scene with Sylvester and Sophie together, like talking, like, are we good? No, Ace, we're better than that. We're Ace, and it's just because Sylvester, like, Tom's my favourite, but I have so much affection and love for the Seventh Doctor. It's the most Doctor I've listened to most on the audio, and I just love him and Sophie and Bonnie and Lisa and all that, and it's just to have him back on doing that, just it was just so good to see.
Yeah. Well, this has been thrilling to talk about. Probably more for you than it has been for me. We have an announcement to make actually.
What's the announcement?
Well, in the coming weeks, we've got a couple of guests coming on.
Who?
I'm going to keep that a secret, but if you're new to the pod, give it a follow. You will be interested in who I've got coming on because we have someone from the autism advocate world.
Ooh.
And someone from the world of makeup.
Ooh.
So I am, honestly, it's a couple of my friends. I am so excited to get them on, to get chatting. Almost just got my head around the software that I need to use because it'll be remote recording because my friends are, I'm in the UK, Scotland, they're in America. So it'll be remote recording, so I need to learn to use that, and we're going to get a couple of episodes recorded. I'm so excited. Like, I cannot tell you.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, totally crunchy.
And I just can't hide it.
You know the advert I mean, don't you?
I know, for Corey. I'm about to lose control when I think I like it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode. I know it's a bit ranty, but, that's real life. And
Be a ranty aunties, that's why.
Oh, that's good. Ranty aunties. Now, we have been thinking about what we'd like to have as a nickname for the listeners, and I thought about legends, and then I thought, well, what about it's just my humour, what about leg ends?
Yeah, leg ends, that's fine.
But then I thought, is that not a bit offensive to people who don't have ends of legs?
What about our little candles?
Little candles?
Little candles, yes, who burn bright for us.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, yeah.
I like that.
We call our American ones the little Yankees.
Because of Yankee cats. Oh, that's good.
Oh, we call you Yankee.
A Yankee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blanche, Golden Girls.
We need a Golden Girls.
Let us know if you know that reference. Yeah, so we hope you've enjoyed listening. If you have, and if you've not already done so, please leave us a 5-star review either on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever else it is that you get your podcasts. Do tell all of your friends because we would love to reach more people.
And tell us where you live as well, what country, and we'll...
Yeah, get in touch. You can do so by going onto Instagram at Life Your Own Will. All the links will be in the show notes. Do take care of yourselves and wish us luck for tomorrow with our social gathering.
And Saturday.
Yeah. And next week, I'm not promising, but I might, starting on Monday, what's the date on Monday, Jay? It's Thursday.
10th, I think, is Monday.
Starting Monday the 10th, or whenever, this coming Monday after this episode, I might do 5 bonus episodes from Monday to Friday. Not promising it, but I'm really wanting to up the ante for the podcast so that we can reach more listeners and so more people can enjoy it.
What you could do is do an episode from each country of the people who watch. Listen, to talk about the facts about the country and then.
No, I've got my own episodes planned already.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week. Take care. Do lots of self-care. Drink lots of water. Wear your sunscreen. And yeah, speak soon. Bye.
Bye.